Hello and welcome to a special edition of UCLan Sport Live, the TV show of the sports broadcasting course here at the University of Central Lancashire.
We're delighted to have with us today one of the country's most popular sports presenters, Matt Smith, who's known to us all from his regular appearances anchoring sports programmes for ITV and BT Sport. Matt, welcome to Preston and welcome to UCLan.
Thank you very much, Callum and Ryan. Nice to be here.
Of course, you're one of the country's leading sports journalists. Is that something you always wanted to get into?
Well, I'm not sure about the introduction. I appreciate it. I don't know about one of the country's leading, but I certainly enjoy the job, and I've been doing it for a while. Yes and no, I suppose, is the honest answer to that. I finished a languages degree with some vague idea of journalism and went and worked in Italy, which is one of the languages I'd been studying. Got a start in newspaper journalism there, obviously the news side than the sports side, hoping maybe to get posted to a war zone or something. It seemed glamorous and exciting at the time. With hindsight, perhaps not so much. Came back to the UK, started newspapers, switched into television, switched from news into sport. So the path has been scenic and has led thus far.
Did you find the transition from news to sport difficult, or was it quite easy?
There's obviously new things to learn, but I was always a big fan of sport. I had always played a lot, watched a lot, been interested. So in that sense, no, it was a real hobby and interest. But it's a slightly different environment to work in as much as a lot of it is obviously live. A lot of it is unscripted, whereas news, every word is weighed and measured for correctness, factual precision and so on. You can't mess about with description and speculation in news. Sport lends itself a bit more to opinion and scene setting.
Now, you mentioned there your modern languages and political studies degree. How many skills from that can you take into your work now?
Well, I still use my languages from time to time, certainly in terms of contacts with football and other sports in those countries that speak French and or Italian, and use them particularly at the outset, as I said, when I went back to Italy to start work as a junior reporter for English newspapers and magazines. Sometimes when a foreign sports person comes to the UK, it might help with an introduction if you can talk to them in their language before perhaps they've mastered English particularly. You're not likely to record often an interview in a second language because that isn't a great watch for the people at home. You can subtitle it, of course, but generally we, as English language natives, we're quite used to having all our programming in our own language because it's the language of the modern world, if you like, and we've dominated the globe in that sense.
So what differences have you seen from when you first came into the industry to now?
Well, I'm sure there's been a lot. Technology obviously has been a huge and ever-changing part of the broadcasting landscape. The way we work, the devices we use, the means by which we communicate have become ever more powerful, ever more user-friendly. So we as users now with our smartphones and our tablets and so on can record and rebroadcast almost in professional quality anything we come across. Obviously that hasn't been the case until quite recently. So that's a huge development. We can be part of a live program almost via Skype often, which again wasn't possible. You would have needed a satellite link, which it was a massive expense. So you can take part. It's become much more democratic, much more far-reaching, much more possible that the whole world is available to you in your living room, really. And I think that's a very good thing. We are able to go places we couldn't go before and cover things we couldn't cover before.
Thank you very much, Matt. And on that note, we'll leave it because we're going to do some practical work on TV presentation with Matt's expert assistance. So for the time being, Matt, thank you for joining us on UCLan Sport Live.
And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for some more sports stories from our course. Simply go to youtube.com and search for UCLan Sports Broadcast. Bye for now.